Also check us out on our Facebook right now live as well as our YouTube. In the building, a man who hardly ever needs any introduction. It's just that I was there when he was still introducing himself. Sisuka kude nale ndoda, the musical journey, and the journey of getting to know a brother beyond just what we do musically, but there's a culture, there's a movement, there's expanding knowledge, there's teaching. There's so much happening all around us up in the province, but one thing that we know is that through it all, useyinhloko yenyoka nangoku.
No doubt.
Uphiwe abuzwa iphi paraclave fundile. Thanda kabi paraclave uphiwe. So igama lakhe nguHooba, and he is with us namhlanje. Of course, we'll be talking about a new single and all of that. But before we get to any of that, Ininzman into Jola, welcome for it.
True. Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Nebulisa to your listeners.
Thanks, man. I remember there used to be times when we started getting to know each other. You were one person who would write and make sure that this week we think and it's like a theme of some kind, and by the time we listen, we were all like, hey. And there were a lot of people who felt pressure because of that. I remember, hey, no Hooba and I'm true, hey. Hey. And it was an amazing thing to observe. Why have you always chosen to address people's minds and hearts more than just indlebe,
Hey, true, Yazi. I think there's a new uthando. I think uthando labantu is one of the drivers.
Sure.
It's a movement.
Sure.
Apho sihlala khona kwi-communities zethu, we see all the ills. Siphila phakathi kwazo, yabo. And aziqhubeki nje kubantu abazi-strangers.
Sure.
Ziqhubeka to our people. Yabo.
People we know.
Yeah, people we know, people we love. Yabo. So uye uthi xa ubona uThixo ekuphe italente uqonde yanga ngingasebenzisa what I have.
Wow.
For ukudlala indima yami elokishini. The hip hop sikuyo just for isizathu sokuqinisekisa ukuthi we promote the culture that we know that it is the culture that is most needed ngabantu ukuze bafumane inkululeko yokwenene, uyabo. So what it is, man.
So in the right hands, this can be a tool to reaching, because undeniably hip hop iyamameleka. That's another thing. So there's a lot of space to influence, because abantu abatsha, for instance, some are very interested in listening to the different styles of how it's presented to them. But if ikhona into which you ungakwazi uyihlohla pha a positive nje ibe ngathi budlala, but ikhona pha. Because then really people start paying attention to positivity. It's easy to get caught up in negative stuff. I think, Tina, we deal a lot with current affairs up at station. And so one of the things that I've noticed when we read through these stories and give people indaba as they happen, singabili story, man, with a happy ending.
Yeah.
That doesn't make news.
Yeah.
Abantu abancumayo for what? They want to tell us about everyone that died in the car accident. They want to tell us about the shootings. They want to tell us about children getting raped. They want, that sells the stories.
No good news, Baba.
So we get used to telling bad news, not because we consume bad news.
They become
iphathi consciousness yethu. So nathi xa sithetha ngoku at the level of us just having a mutual discussion, you find that incoko yethu is not exciting unless we're talking about how bad things are.
And it's bad.
uyadika xa uncoma into. It's like, huh? Ay, come on. Ay. You know, this guy is helpful.
Yeah.
Come on, uyadika, man. You know, but then there are people who live off that energy, like yourself. Even when something bothers you, I've never heard you talk negatively about it. You'd rather analyze it. But why? So that people can understand that you have an option of being a positive person, and you have the option.
Always. When you're in a situation, there's always it's a positive. Now we don't know from the guy. Yeah, but so it's just up to you. But lendo we tata we allow you to change it to be a better person.
You talk a lot about Ubuntu in your posts, in your music, in real life. Why is that so important to you?
You know, true. About Ubuntu. Ubuntu makes sense. Kubantu. Eyona nto singayo singabantu. Impendulo yazo zonke izinto ezikhoyo namhlanje kubuyela back to Ubuntu. So, enemies zethu, they understand ukuthi eyona power yethu ikubuntu. It's the reason why bezama uqinisekisa ubuntu bubekwa ecaleni.
Bayosohlula.
Abubi into eyaziwayo ngabantu ukuthi eyona answer yethu. So,
even the principle yayo.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So into abayenzayo bathatha ubuntu babeke ecaleni basinika amagama abantu. They will give us amagama leaders. They will give us amagama o Steve Biko. They will give us amagama o Mandela. They'll go as far as giving us amagama o Yesu. But xa uhleli phansi ulandela isitory sika Yesu fumanisa uba uYesu was here for ubuntu.
Yes.
What he was talking about, he was just
purpose yakhe.
Guys, just in case just keep it high. Because that's the answer. Impendulo yengxaki zethu iphayana kuba buntu obuya.
Sure.
Story samsonke from eqaleni to ekugqibeleni, it's just about ubuntu. And ikhuliswe ngumama ongengowami, that was ubuntu. First job, it was ummelwane ondibhenelele from first job to job elandelayo. Always, there's always into about ubuntu, ukuncedana. You're trying to help Lumba, and then emveni koko it comes back kuwe ngendlela engapha. So, ndiyabelieve ukuthi ndiphila ubomi bami.
Wow.
Free. I'm living my life. Ndiyapusha uculo wami wamkelekile. I've got a family.
Yes.
I've got I've got a wife, I've got kids.
Yes.
I'm healthy, I'm happy.
You've got health.
Yes.
You've got wealth in abundance because you've got people around
Straight
you.
Up, man. I've got friends. I've got relationships as solid as in the food.
Yes.
So London liyangixelela ukuthi how I feel about ubomi bam and nezinto ezenzekileyo sisithethe sobuntu esenza lonto yenze.
Sure.
So what I'm experiencing ngoku ndithi ndina 14 baby fresh kangaka. Yanga ndingayisherisha with abanye abantu so that they know ukuthi look guys, enemies that they know ukuthi ubuntu yena ndisincediwe. So ilonto besinika the religions zonke zonke that look bambelela lapha kule religion so that you can feel that uve ngathi uyamkhonza uThixo ngokulandela lenkolo ibe inyaniso yoba ingelo khonza uThixo is just ekuhlaleni le nto yenza kumntana wakho what you do with umntana wakho what you do with your woman
it's a principle oyiphilayo leyo.
Because God is everywhere. It's not like uThixo kwibuilding ethile wekufuneka uzaqabula building bekungona wenze lonto le.
Otherwise awuzomfumana kahle xa ungangenanga kula building.
It's the reason why they respected the building. Baza utshintsha impahla xa beyindawo ethile. Bashintsha language. Xa bephuma kwibuilding baphinde babuyele kwinto ezirong. As if uThixo akekho kule ndawo sikuyo. uThixo akekho phaa kula building qha. Isikolo esiya kubo. So sikwinto ethu kuhlala. It's just about ukuhlala noma uphinana kusemall. Like right through.
So the first time I encountered you, I think that was 2006, if I'm not mistaken. That would be that's what 14 years ago. And I'm still a fan, by the way. I was a fan from day one, and I'm still a fan. And I can only imagine, because I know so many people who knew you back then as well and have followed the journey, who have grown with you and grown with your music. What kind of feeling is that for you to when you know that people can still sing some of your old verses because bayazazi, and even to the newer stuff that you're doing now, and are still looking forward to everything else that's coming. You know, what kind of reception does that give you?
My brother, Lena, it contributes to the freedom that I've just spoken about. This is the peace, this is the freedom esithetha ngayo that ukuba nomhlobo womhlobo naye 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Ithetha into eninzi about ukunyaniseka kwakho kubantu osondelene nabo. Abantu, we were honest ekuqaleni about yonke into.
Yeah.
Singekaphangeli sasithetha ngobuntu.
Sure.
Siyaphangela kunemali sithathetha ngobuntu that look like.
Sathetha lonke one.
Besingayithethiswa indaba ngoku. So the friends that I had ngoku isenze friends zami nangoku because sijonga umuntu simbona ngapha kwento yonke. Umuntu ungapha kwimpahla ezinxibileyo okanye indlela izinto there's umuntu ngapha kwento yonke.
Wow.
So if sivana ngokuba ngumuntu sijajana nala chaphi ngaphakathi sibale nenye into uba ubani uluze umsebenzi utheni na so kuhlala kunjalo I'm friends with ichomi zami zangoko I'm friends with my people we still friends sancokola nalina ngoba sasiphangele kunye saye kuphangela kunye so stuff sinjalo.
Yeah. What are the reasons why you continue to make music, Hooba?
True. Eastern Cape sinengxaki ezininzi.
Yeah.
Asina industry Eastern Cape.
We don't. And we've spoken about this in length. We do not have an industry.
So, xa uhleli phansi ucinga fumanisa uba ayilo xesha loyeka old. Xa sizijonga sifumanisa uba sizi-brands ezithandwa e-Eastern Cape, ii-brands that can contribute ukutshintsha i-movement.
Yeah.
Uyabo? So, ukuba khona kwispace e-hip hop, sesicinga ukuthi yenye yezinto ezibalulekileyo uqinisekisa ukuthi abaninawo bethu bafikela kwi-movement esele ilungisiwe.
Yeah.
You've got rules esizisebenzisayo, you've got experience esinayo.
Sure.
Sakhe saphefoma for free sicinga fama into esebenzayo leyo. Sixelwe nge-exposure that yasiletha loo nto leyo sokolisa.
Abanye basayizi exposer nangoku.
Sisikezo sikhulu la exposure leyo.
Exposure since 2007 was I performing exposure nangoku.
Is it true?
You've got 4 albums but you're performing for exposure.
Yay! The very first time the performance evengleni. Imike iphume pha izovela emnyango.
Extension.
Uthoma ndiphefuma emnyango because kukho ii-friends zalonto ezinongena apha ezinemali ezinomspota. Yabo. That was exposure. So
wow.
I don't want to let abaninawo bam
to go through that.
No, they don't have.
And for the record, okay, since we're speaking about this this exposure, that is very humiliating for an artist. To be in the same venue where every other artist is getting paid except them, and one of they being told, just take the mic, man, it's gonna be good for you, for exposure. That's very humiliating, and it's very disrespectful.
You know lento isebenza. Umuntu ukuze akhule udinga usebenza ku-movement yakho, udinga uzibranda, udinga i-resources zakho.
Yes.
Yabo. So ukuperforma ecaleni kwi-artist enkulu, chances are ihlala ngasendaweni eyi-one.
You don't even have access to low artists, but apparently you're sharing a stage.
Yeah.
You can't even go backstage when you have to come from the crowd to the stage, perform, uphinde wehla join the crowd.
So Landiliana, it's just ayisebenzi kwinto yonke. Landiliana yileni ibulala i-artist sinengxaki ne-depression.
Yes.
Yonke loo nto leyo.
Yes.
Because artists ziyasebenza zisebenze zibe popular zaziwe ngaphana ngapha. Then expectations abantu ziyakhula. Kucinje famba hayi man true. Hooba.
Johnny Chap still.
I mean, we work hard, backstage, and then go sell up. So there's ways better artists. I think artists they need to get paid so that the money resources also ziphuhle.
And we're not talking millions and billions here, guys.
Yeah.
Cover the transport that the person is making their way there. Lomdolan's gonna need something to eat. They need energy when they're on stage. We're not talking about billions here, but stop disrespecting and embarrassing these kids, and doing it in such a way that feeling like less than they did when they got there. You leave, hey, what just happened? What just happened?
And it is so expensive to do that. If our namali, we artists, do not do it.
Don't do it.
you're gonna end up spending imali ukuze isebenzise for recorder. When you prepare for the show, usebenzisa imali yakho. Xa usiya showini kufuneka ukhangeleke kahle, uyatya, there's transport, ufike pha wenza yonke loo nto leyo.
Before all of that, kukho beat which you have to pay for. Ascatating a studio and the mixing and the mastering, the artwork. Somebody took that photograph. Somebody, graphic designer, made that artwork.
Yeah.
You paid all of these people, and then you must go and perform for free for exposure.
It's one of the reasons Eastern Cape kule ndawo kuyo.
Yeah.
Because la madoda sincedisayo asikwazi wabhatala and ayemka.
And
le talent ibhetele asisude sikwazi uyakha le industry but fanele ukuthi sisebenze ngendlela iyo. If ngicela uTrusenz endwini, I have to pay you Trusenz.
So,
and then if you don't pay me,
unkhuthaze nami.
Yeah,
Yabo.
So exposure bafethu. No.
And Exposure Bank is officially closed in the Eastern Cape, guys. Don't do anything for free.
It's the reason why silapha so that abanye nawo bayazi ukuthi abakhulu abakhona and they are saying no to that.
And say no, ungabi naxhala.
Yeah,
no. You can't. Listen, even the phone call that you get when they are saying on WhatsApp, mhlambe, mfethu, are you available this weekend? Uphendula ngedatha yakho.
And into ke ngoku yokugqibela ithi uhleli nalo mntu. This guy is trying to make money for abantwana bakhe.
Surely.
You have to take money from abantwana bakho for ukunika umuntu ozakwenza imali for abantwana bakhe engazukutyisa wena. Asithi guys abantu bangancedani, but at least if sizingele kunye fanele ukuthi siyishare into. Asifuni portion yakho inkulu because you paid so much money for it. It's fine, but the 0.1% one, the 1%.
Mayize kuwe ila 1% yakho ingagqejwanga. Please.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, do you think maybe there's a problem with artists not having a backbone to say no? Okanye is it fear that they might not get opportunities because
I think true. Indlala.
Ish.
Indlala. Asoze sibaleke suke Eastern Cape.
Yes.
Ziyalamba artist Eastern Cape.
Kakhulu futhi.
Siyalamba.
And umculo ukhona mninzi.
So umuntu xa kuchiwo kuye kwathiwa nansi 500 rand izosebenza kule. Abantu baphela benga understand ukuthi ungayirejecta le 500 rands. Ilandela xa selandelayo the most sebenza kuyo ngakwazi ukuthi kuyi 15,000 rands. So xa sithatha leya iphela sibanjani artists understand ukuthi they just don't know ukuba fanele ukuthi senze njani na. We don't have a plan. We are not organized for basazi ukuthi guys this is the gig. Ayo gig claim azubhatala. How do you call it a gig?
Ayo gig too. Ayo cameo appearance le.
So it's that information that we need to share as artists that guys abantu abasithandayo bababhatala imali for the artist.
Yes.
Abantu into abayenzayo baveske bathathe babize artists ase Eastern Cape. Bokucela imali ngeartists ase Eastern Cape besithi siperformise uTrusenz.
Yes.
Nangu Hooba lapha. Kanti Hooba bibizo le 500 rand okanye khanga bhatala.
Sure.
Xa besiyofuna imali ibona sponsors bathi bakhupha izinto that look aba bantu abasiya basupporta siyathina.
Yes.
So mabazi ukuthi these guys azisupport zibhatala iartists zangaphandle kwi-events ezilapha Eastern Cape.
And those are the only people who get paid.
Yeah.
Everybody else say it's exposure.
They're getting paid. Cool. So,
Pofke yours exposure we crowd who already knows you.
man.
Exposure le.
Unibiza ngizothini? Xa ndingafanelanga ukubhatala. I-artist if ayifanelanga ukubhatala siyibiza.
Ndizothini nyani apha?
Ufuna le artist contribute ngokuzisa abantu apha kodwa ubona le artist ayingafanelwanga ukuba ibe iyabhatala.
Okanye uvese kuzibhaqa so kwi-poster. Before athethe now, hey, niyazenza izinto guys. Mfake intanga ngizothetha na chini. So, speaking of the unity that we are talking about, Hooba, we've tried this so many avenues of there are groups, there are WhatsApp groups, there are Facebook groups, there are. What is the biggest challenge to us uniting as an artist community up in the Eastern Cape, in your opinion?
Mr. True.
We can put everybody in the same room,
okay.
but For some reason.
Yeah. You know what? Into yenzeka yi-one. I-unity culture.
Sure.
I-culture nganye ine-values. To unite, you need a plan.
A solid plan.
We need a solid plan to unite. Are you freestyle? You guys talk. If you family kubethwa imikhondo for umuntu othile.
Sure.
Lonke ilungu lesapho fanele ukuthi licontribute pha.
Yes.
La unity iqina ngosekubonakala wonke umuntu esebenzisana with the family. Thina sicinga bafama just naturally.
Yeah.
Akhondo. Azikho like i-guidelines esizibekileyo phansi as easy artists that guys. If ubano release into yakhe, this is what we are talking about.
Sure.
We need rules. Sidinga rules omanyana. Guys, ikhona izinto kuthiwa ziyazenzekela nje. Guys, nyaniso ifana izenzekele. Sidinga izinto umntana uyaqeqeshwa akabe right by chance. Sidinga uqeqeshana zi-artists sifundisana ukuthi guys, this i-unity ithetha lento leni. We know ukuthi ingqabe asinamali sonke, but when you have to show up, you have to show up. Because kufuneka lento le unity lena siyiphakamisile ayizukuzenzekela nje that out yam lena siyazana
See united.
If Trusenz is doing something, Hooba, you gotta be there. It's a rule. Kufuneka ube phayana Hooba kulando. Go and support.
Kunyanzelekile.
Not into nje ba no, you can go if you afuna.
I'll check. I'll see.
Tina, we think unity. It's a matter of London that you want to do it or not.
Yeah.
But as the brotherhood, if omnye wethu phansi fanele ukuthi sibe pha senze something sisongeni, and then unity leyo sazana abantu abancedanayo, and then siyazi ukuthi siyaphambili singubana nobani imbalo. But if it brotherhood, sisterhood sebenza ngendlela right, iyona ndizawusakha le.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Abantu abangathethi into nyana. So unity idinga ukuthi bene rules zayo for your phambili.
So we are in here about the principles. I think more than anything, it's so important to take a stand for something.
Absolutely.
I don't think you can live life, guys, without having at least some kind of cause. In life, mhlambe, you can commit yourself to many, but maybe khona le into obhizi ngayo ngoku.
Absolutely.
And xa uyigqibile uthathe nenye. Like you can't float. You can't.
Umuntu ngamnye ugifted.
Sure.
Akekho noyi-one ongena value, akho nomnye ongenasiphiwo asiphiweyo.
Yes.
One of the fears ezinkulu kukungenzi lento endiyizele apha emhlabeni.
Yo.
So there's something endiyizele apha and kufuneka ndenze loo nto leyo. And inkululeko yakho ifumana from doing lento fanele ukuthi uyenzile. Because if there's energy kuwe phakathi efuna usebenza, ila energy kwenza igeza. If you don't do that, what you need to do.
Ijikela kwa wena lo.
Ijikela kwa wena because lapha sibona umntu asebenza kabaleke kakhulu. There's so much energy.
Yes.
Befana ukusebenza fanele.
Yes.
Uyayikhumbula the feeling yenzekayo.
Sure.
Siphuma stage ukuthi how do you feel?
Yo.
Because noyithethe ukuthi
Like that first breath. Also the stage like
so energy has been released.
Yes.
Just imagine the energy if you be clearly up phakathi jikele.
Ingajikela nyani. Tell us about this new project of yours, Takeover. I was following how it was being made, and the artwork, the naming, the sponsorship. It was a good process to watch and to show abantu in front of them. But this is how you put a project together. Like in reality, this is how a project comes together. Yonke le project lena Takeover yenzeke phambi kwamehlo wethu siyijonge. Like we were watching it, and it was exciting to watch. And I'm thinking, yes, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, man.
We're here for that. Movement.
Yes.
One drop Takeover. Free links.
This is the cover art, eh?
Yeah. By Ukwan. It's dope. It's super dope, man. It's so professional. Quality. LMH music prioritize quality.
And this is great artwork. Take over again. What inspired the title of the track?
Taking it over, man. True. It's about time.
Sure.
Take over. It's a positive takeover.
Sure.
Taking it over, but seasanayo. It's like kwizinto ezenzekayo. if kukhona ukonakalo kwenzekayo, we're taking over siyalungisa. This is uMagufuli rap. If you know your story, you know that we all know that uMagufuli wins in Tanzania.
Yes.
uMagufuli took over, but ngendlela
sharp.
but a positive.
And it was for the people.
It was for the people. So we're taking it over, but ngendlela you're not just
sure.
We take over strategy to fundisa abantu ukuthi look this GBV thing.
Out, yes.
So if usazi story sakho start over sikubeka ecaleni that
move out the way.
This is for the people abaqinisekileyo ukuthi bafuna ulungisa izinto ekuhlaleni ngendlela ethile, so that's how we are taking over.
Yes. Guys, you heard
Project Maisha.
You heard from the man itself. Project Maisha. How's that project coming on, and when can we be looking forward to getting our hands on the full project? Maybe.
Mr. True.
Sure.
Towards the end of November, my brother.
I love that. Maisha, I love that.
It's a beautiful project. And Fununotini now, my brother, it's like it's bigger than me. It's bigger than it was. It's the reason why I think I found a failure. The quality, LMH music, advertises the quality on that project. Abantu wesisebenze nabo kula project.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful project. Ishman is means you've touched issues as it different from because there's entertainment, there's Yongino, there's Swahili, there's Xhosa, there's Yongino Ifunayo. So
and it really represents where Hooba is today as an artist, that project.
100%.
Nice.
100%, man. 100%.
Nice.
Yeah.
My brother, we've got the takeover lined up here. Please intro the track for us as we say peace out to Hooba. Ladies and gentlemen, igama lakhe Lunga, Hooba, Mampangashe, a brother, a father, a son, a leader, and definitely an artist to keep your ears open for at any given time.
Olafetu, Hooba, Magufuli rap. The next song is Take Over by Hooba.
Yeah.
What?
We are extraterrestrial. We are JNR.